Appreciate it.
Let's just talk about Ricky. He was awesome yesterday.
Yes, he was.
You know, you add those 2 extra par fives from a normal course, and these guys are going to dominate him if they're hitting the ball straight, and he birdied all 5 of them. He was just on point yesterday. He's going to tee off in the afternoon today. What are we expecting in terms of conditions? Because it was wet in the morning for these guys, and I don't think the wind was as bad.
No, it wasn't. I mean, it's already breezy here this morning, and when I walked in here yesterday at about this same time, there wasn't even a hint of a breeze, and it did come up, as you said, a little bit in the afternoon, and I'm going to see a golf course, which means faster golf course. And by the time we get to the afternoon, if the breeze does indeed come up, that's going to be a pretty tough golf course. Mike Davis, who sets up the course, clearly set it up conservatively yesterday because he didn't know what he was going to get. And that's why he's so scored.
Right. So that's the question. What's he going to do to trick it up? Because he doesn't want Ricky to pull a Rory from 2011 and go, run away and hide.
Right. Well, some of it will be taken care of by the weather. The greens, I'm told, because, of course, it's a brand-new golf course, but I'm told the greens drain well. And so they were, as you could see, they were even a little drier. I'm walking by all sorts of people. Forgive me.
All right.
But you saw the course was a little drier yesterday, even in the afternoon, so I imagine it will be drier today. I also think they can lengthen this course a lot if they want to. I think they'll play it longer today, and you'll see tougher pin positions today. I don't think you'll see the kind of scoring today we saw yesterday.
Well, Ricky Fowler's obviously a big name. Paul Casey and Brooks Koepka and Patrick Reed, guys like that, aren't as big. Certainly as big as DJ and Day and Rory. And Fox can't be happy. You want some eyeballs on the weekend. Now, with Rory in particular.
Ricky will bring eyeballs, by the way.
Ricky will, yeah, true. But Rory in particular, John, he hadn't played in a month. He had the rib injury.
Right.
Was that rust yesterday, or was he kind of guarding against the rib, the swing? He was just losing the ball left and right. What do you think that was?
Yeah, it's a great question, Jason, because I was skeptical on Tuesday when in his press conference. Obviously, the first question was, how do you feel? And he said, I feel fine. It wasn't, I'm great, I'm 100%. It was, I feel fine. And I think the rib is still bothering him a little bit. He may be 85%, 90%, but you can't compete in open, especially with the difficulties of the golf course, even though it played easy yesterday for most people, when you're not 100%. And I think rust is involved. And remember, he got married. That's changed life, even though he and Erica have been together for a long time. I just think there's a lot going on with him that is taking away from his ability to 100% focus on trying to play golf. And at this level, if you're not 100%, you're just not going to compete. I will say this. I was surprised he played that badly. I mean, if he had shot 1 under or something, I wouldn't have been shocked. But to see him, remember, he birdied his first 2 holes.
Right.
And then just completely fell apart. It was kind of funny because on Tuesday he made the comment when they cut the fescue down, and he was 100% right, that, look, these are the widest fairways I've ever seen at a U.S. Open. If you can't hit it in the fairway, you should get penalized. And then he hit his first tee shot in the fescue.
Yeah, he lived in it.
Who's lurking? Who's lurking there, kind of underneath the leaders there, but right in the thick of it, maybe in the top 20 or so? Because our producer Drab, I don't know that you know this, but he loves to bet on the long shots. As the tournament's unfolding, and he started looking at Ernie Els and the 250-1 odds, and we just said, listen, I don't think Ernie can hold on for 4 days at this stage.
Right, I agree.
But who else, though, would you kind of keep your eye on, maybe in that 3 under or 2 under group?
Well, I don't have it right in front of me. But Jason mentioned Paul Casey, who's not in the 3 under group. He's 6 under. He's never won a major. He's a really good player. I mean, he's good enough to win a major. He had a great year last year, very quietly, because he decided to play in the U.S. and as a result wasn't eligible to play on the Ryder Cup team. So he kind of was under the radar last year, but he had a tremendous year. He's certainly a good enough player to win a U.S. Open. He's a good enough ball striker to play on a golf course like this. Koepka's another one. I mean, Koepka's one of those guys who everybody thinks is going to win a major. It's more a matter of when, not if. Now, having said that, let's remember, I will call this on myself on Wednesday when I was on Golf Channel, and the USGA always puts together what they unofficially call the best player never to have won a major group, and it was Matsuyama, Ricky, and John Rahm. And I said, in that group, the guy I'd go with is John Rahm. I mean, he's just so good. He contends every week. Well, what did he shoot yesterday? 76, I think?
Yes.
So that's where my level of expertise is when it comes to picking winners.